Uh, the previous class we studied up to nucleophilic substitution reactions mechanism like SN1 and SN2. Okay, so the SN1 reaction mechanism proceeds, that is racemic mixtures. Okay, racemizations takes place. At the same time, SN2 reaction mechanisms proceeds Walden inversions. So there is a two different spatial arrangements. Okay, we got, so that we want to learn the the stereochemical aspects of nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay, so that is what is stereoisomers. So today class we are going to see the stereochemical aspects of nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay, so first of all, stereoisomers. Stereoisomers, which are the compounds of same molecular formula but differ in the way they are arranged or oriented in space. Okay, so the compounds which are the same molecular formula but they can differ in their spatial arrangement, that is called, such compound that is called stereoisomers. Okay, so the stereoisomers differ, there are two types: geometrical isomers and optical isomers. Geometrical isomers, that is cis isomer and trans isomer. Okay, okay, right. So second one is optical isomers. So this part we are going to see optical isomers. Optical isomers, which are the compounds with the same molecular formula but that differ in the way they rotate the plane polarized light. Okay, so what do you mean plane polarized light? When ordinary light is passed through a nickel prism or a diffraction grating such that light of single wavelength is called plane polarized light. Okay, plane polarized light is a single wavelength light. Okay, so monochromatic single wavelength light. Okay, so that the instrument used to generate plane polarized light from ordinary light is called polarimeter. Okay, because of here two rotations takes place, that are clockwise and anti-clockwise. That angle which is measured, the apparatus is called polarimeter. Okay, so the plane polarized light can have the exhibit optical activity as well as the ability to rotate plane polarized light. Okay, right. So the polarimeter setup, okay, this is a source of light. First of all, this light rays passing through this nickel prisms and it gets plane polarized light. After the plane polarized light passing through a sample containing optical active solutions, so there are two rotations takes place. If the plane polarized light towards its right hand side, that is textorotatory. At the same time, plane polarized light towards its left hand side, that is anti-clockwise levorotatory. Okay, so that is optical active compounds can rotate the plane polarized light in clockwise direction, that is D form, and anti-clockwise direction, that is L form. Okay, the two forms of same compound, it is a single solution, same compound, there are two existence takes place, so that the two forms of same compound plus form and the minus forms are called optical isomers. Okay, ஆப்டிக்கல் ஐசோமர்ஸ்னால் என்ன அப்படின்னா, லைட் ரேஸ் வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா, ஃபஸ்ட்டு வந்து இந்த மாதிரி இருக்குது, லைட் ரேஸ் வந்து இந்த மாதிரி இருக்குது. ஸோ இந்த லைட் ரேஸை வந்து ஒரு நிக்கல் ப்ரிசத்துக்குள்ளே நம்ம பாஸ் பண்ணுறப்ப லைட் ரேஸ் வந்து எப்படி ஆகுதுன்னா, இந்த மாதிரி என்னது சிங்கிள் வேவ் குரோமேட்டிக் ரேஸாக மாறுது. இந்த ரேஸை தான் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா, ஒரு சொல்யூஷன்ஸ், ஆர்கானிக் சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் லைக் சாம்பிள் சொல்யூஷன்ஸில் நம்ம பாஸ் பண்ணுறப்ப there are two different rotations. அதாவது அந்த கிளாக்வைஸ், அந்த லைட் ரேஸை வந்து இந்த சொல்யூஷன் வந்து கிளாக்வைஸில் டைரக்ட் பண்ணும், இல்லை அப்படின்னா ஆன்டி கிளாக்வைஸில் டைரக்ட் பண்ணும். கிளாக்வைஸில் டைரக்ட் பண்ணுறதை டெக்ஸ்டோ ஃபார்ம்னு சொல்கிறோம். அதே இது அந்த சொல்யூஷன் அந்த லைட் ரேஸை ஆன்டி கிளாக்வைஸில் டைரக்ட் பண்ணால் அது லீவோ ஃபார்ம்னு சொல்கிறோம். அதுதான் ப்ளஸ் ஃபார்ம் அண்டு மைனஸ் ஃபார்ம். ஸோ தட் இஸ் ஆப்டிக்கலி ஆக்டிவ் காம்பவுண்ட்ஸ். ஓகே, ஓகே. Optical isomers can exhibit optical activity. Okay, so optical activity means the ability to rotate the plain polarized light. Okay, that is called optically activity. Okay, optical active substance. Okay, so conditions for optical activity: asymmetry of the molecule, that is optical active இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா the molecule வந்து எப்படி இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா asymmetric carbon இருக்கணும். The molecule can have the asymmetric carbon atom. Okay, so when all the what is asymmetric carbon? When all the four substituents of a tetrahedral carbon are different. Okay, then the molecule that results lacks symmetry. Okay, that is called chiral carbon. Okay, such a carbon is said to be asymmetric carbon or else stereo center. Okay, asymmetry of the molecule is responsible for optical activity in organic compounds. Okay, so first condition number 1, optical activity means that particular compound have a asymmetric carbon. So you see here, this is carbon. This carbon bonded with 4 other atoms or molecules, A, B, C, D. Okay, 4 different atoms or molecules. That is called asymmetric carbon or stereo center. Okay, so this asymmetric carbon, that is the property that is called chiral. Okay, chirality, chiral center. Okay, this is the condition number 1. Okay, so molecules which have non-superimposable mirror images are called chiral molecules. Chirality means that particular compounds, the mirror images are not superimposable, that is called chirality. Okay, so you see in our hand is a typical example. So this is a typical example of optical active. Okay, because this our hand, the mirror image வந்து எப்படி இருக்காது, that is non superimposable. You see that close. Okay, here you see that this is a non superimposable. Okay, non superimposable means ரெண்டும் ஒன்னோட ஒன்று என்ன செய்யாது, ஐடென்டிட்டியாக இருக்காது, பொருந்தாது, அதுதான் நான் சூப்பர் இம்போசிபிள். திஸ் இஸ் கண்டிஷன் நம்பர் 2. ஓகே, ரைட். ஓகே, ஸோ mirror images of this asymmetric carbon will be non-superimposable, resulting in chiral carbon. Okay, so organic compounds presence of single asymmetric carbon shows that the molecule is chiral. If it is chiral, it is optically active. Okay, so suppose let me take on 2 different example. The first compound, propane 2-ol. Okay, the formula for propane 2-ol is CH3 CHOH CH3. Okay, so this is C carbon. This carbon bonded with OH, hydrogen and methyl group CH3 CH3. ஓகே, ஸோ இங்கே பார்த்தாலே நமக்கு வந்து 2 இந்த கார்பனை சுற்றி வந்து 4 டிஃப்ரெண்ட் கார்பன் இருந்தால் தான் அது வந்து என்ன சொல்கிறோம், நம்ம அசிமெட்ரிக் கார்பனாக இருக்கணும். அசிமெட்ரிக் கார்பன் இருந்தால் தான் அதை வந்து நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம், கைரல் கார்பன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ கைரல் கார்பன் தான் வந்து என்னது, மிரர் இமேஜுக்கு நான் சூப்பர் இம்போசிபிள் அப்படிமோ. இது வந்து ஆப்டிக்கல் ஆக்டிவ்க்கு. ஆனால் இங்கே பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னோன்னா இந்த கார்பனை சுற்றி OH H இருக்குது, ஆனால் இங்கே ஐடென்டிக்கல் குரூப் வந்து என்ன இருக்குது, மித்தைல், 2 ஐடென்டிக்கல் குரூப். அப்போது இதை நம்ம பார்த்தோன்னே சொல்லலாம், this compound is optically inactive அப்படின்னா. For our definitions, suppose 180 டிகிரிக்கு நம்ம வந்து இதை ரொட்டேட் பண்ணோம், this particular compound rotates 180 degree, that is the C is superimposable and it's the mirror image of A. ஏன்னா இங்கேயும் இது சி மித்தைல் குரூப் வந்து என்ன சைடு இருக்குது, நமக்கு லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட் சைடில் இருக்குது. த சேம் மித்தைல் குரூப் ஆர் ப்ரெசன்ட் இன் லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட் சைடு ஃபார் த சி. Okay, for the 180 degree angle. So it is a optically inactive compound. It is optically inactive compound. Okay, at the same time butane 2-ol. Okay, இப்போ நம்ம butane 2-ol எடுக்கிறோம். This carbon, this bonded with 4 other different groups, OH, hydrogen and ethyl group and methyl group. Okay, so you see that this is a asymmetric carbon atom. What is the condition for optical active? That particular compound contain asymmetric carbon atom and it is a non superimposable of mirror image. இப்போ இதில் அது asymmetric carbon இருக்கு, அப்போ non superimposable, that is called chirality. இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ நம்ம வந்து இதை 180 டிகிரிக்கு we can rotate, so that is non-superimposable mirrors. So this is C is non-superimposable on its mirror image of A. Okay, that is called optically active compound. Okay, so students, first condition number 1 எப்படி இருக்கணும்னா அசிமெட்ரிக் கார்பனாக இருக்கணும். அசிமெட்ரிக் கார்பன்கிறது என்ன அப்படின்னா ஒரு கார்பனை சுற்றி 4 டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஆட்டம்ஸ் ஆர் மாலிகுல்ஸ் ப்ரெசென்ட் ஆகிருக்கணும். அப்படி இருக்கும்போது அது வந்து மிரர் இமேஜில் வந்து நம்ம 180 டிகிரிக்கு ரொட்டேட் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னோன்னா அதோட இமேஜஸ் வந்து நான் சூப்பர் இம்போசபிளாக இருக்கணும். அதுதான் வந்து என்னது அவர் ஹேண்டு. ஸோ சிமெட்ரியாக இருக்காது. இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ க்யூப் எடுத்தோம் அப்படின்னா சிமெட்ரியே தான் இருக்கும். ஆஃபாக வந்து சிமெட்ரி, அது வந்து ஆப்டிக்கலி இன்ஆக்டிவ். ஆப்டிக்கலி ஆக்டிவ் அப்படின்னோன்னா தட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் இஸ் நான் சிமெட்ரியாக இருக்காது. ஸோ நான் சூப்பர் இம்போசபிள் ஆன் இட்ஸ் மிரர் இமேஜ். ஸோ இதுதான் வந்து என்னது த கண்டிஷன்ஸ் ஃபார் ஆப்டிக்கலி ஆக்டிவிட்டி. ஓகே, stereoisomers which are non-superimposable mirror image of each other called enantiomer. So enantiomer means that is 50% of plus of and 50% of minus. Okay, that is textorotatory and the rotations takes place by levorotatory. That is called enantiomers. Okay, the enantiomers possess identical physical properties like melting point and boiling point and the index of refractions. Okay, so only the difference, the rotations of plane polarized light either textoform or levoform, that is clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so when a mixture contains equal amount of both enantiomers, the net optical rotation is 0. This is called racemic mixture. Okay, because of the rotation of the plus of cancelled by the rotation of minus of. Okay, that is clockwise direction is cancelled by anti-clockwise direction. Plus and minus each other cancel, the net result would be 0. Okay, that is called racemic mixture. The process of converting enantiomer into racemic mixture is called racemization. So that process we can say that racemization process. Okay, so next one is retention. So retention means the configuration of the reactant and the product remaining same before and after chemical reactions. Okay, so here let me take on the example minus form means that is the anti-clockwise 2-methyl butane 1-ol. Okay, so this is a chiral carbon. Chiral carbon means the carbon around 4 different groups or atoms. Okay, here methyl group, hydrogen, ethyl group, and okay, so this the 2-methyl butane 1-ol react with concentrated hydrochloric acid. Only the chlorine is substituted and the OH is replaced. Okay, the OH is replaced by this chlorine. Okay, this chlorine atom. Okay, we can get -1 chloro 2-methyl butane. Okay, so this is the configuration is same, one and the same for reactant side and the product side before and after the chemical reactions. Okay, this process is called retention. Okay, that last one is inversion, retention and racemization. Okay, suppose this is our reactant. Okay, so this reactant, this the plus Y, the nucleophile is substituted by the X. Okay, that is we can get whenever in a chemical reactions the bond is broken at the stereo center, the 3 things happen. Okay, that is suppose let me take on this reactant, this plus Y is substituted by this X. Okay, we can get the product. Okay, that is A is the only compound obtained, the process is called retention. Okay, that is why it is retention, because of the spatial arrangement of reactant and the spatial arrangement of product would be the same, so that is called retention. Okay, the same time this plus Y is substituted by the X, because X is a leaving group. Okay, that is X. The B is the only compound obtained. This process is called inversion. You see the spatial arrangement, the B is opposite to that of the reactant molecule. இதோட ஸ்பேஷியல் அரேஞ்ச்மெண்ட் பாருங்கள், இதில் இருந்து இது வந்து ஃபுல்லாகவே ஆப்போசிட்டில் இருக்குது. ஸோ தட் இஸ் கால்டு இன்வர்ஷன். ஓகே, ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் ஃபார் A plus B means both 50% textroform and 50% levoform. That process is called racemization. Okay, so students, this whole thing we studied what is optically activity. The condition is chiral center. Chiral carbon means the atoms or molecule present in a carbon containing 4 different way. That is called chiral carbon. And the mirror image would be non-superimposable, and that is non-plane of symmetry. Okay, that is symmetry irukakudad. These are the conditions for the optical activity. Okay, under the optical activity we are studying retention, inversion and racemization. For the alkyl halide, like the optical activity alkyl halide, the SN1 reaction mechanism proceeds, racemization takes place. At the same time SN2 reaction mechanism proceeds, the inversions takes place. We very well know that what is retention, what is inversions. Okay, so these are the concept we studied this part. Okay, elimination reactions. Okay, so haloalkanes, it undergoes elimination reactions. Okay, so what is the conditions for elimination reactions? Presence of beta hydrogen atom, okay, in the alkyl halide. Okay, whenever the alkyl halide is heated with alcoholic solution of KOH, the elimination reactions takes place. Eliminations of hydrogen from, this is the condition, elimination of hydrogen from beta carbon and halogen from alpha carbon. Okay, the resulting, the formation of the product is an alkene. Okay, so the reaction is called dehydrohalogenation because of hydrogen is removed from beta carbon atom and halogen is removed from alpha carbon atom. Okay, here the dehydrohalogenation reactions are beta eliminations. Why? Because of the beta hydrogen atom, the removal of hydrogen from beta positions. Okay, that is beta eliminations. Okay, here all the alkyl halides. Let me take on one example for alkyl halide. Okay, so it react with base like KOH. Here the condition is this is what is the location of alpha carbon and beta carbon whenever the halogen attached to the carbon, that is the position for alpha carbon atom. Okay, so the nearest carbon atom, it is the beta carbon atom. Okay, so here the condition is what? Elimination of hydrogen from beta carbon atom and the halogen from alpha carbon atom. Okay, so this X, it is a better leaving group. Okay, it react with KOH, we can get the alkene is the product. Okay, because of this is a best leaving group, it comes out. Okay, so here suppose this is a normal elimination reactions. Okay, the question is, if more than one beta hydrogen atoms are present, then we can get multiple chance of alkenes. Okay, can be formed. Okay, so the most substituted alkene is more stable and hence the major product, that is called Zaitsev product. Okay, so he explained this concept. Suppose more than 2 the beta carbon is present in a particular alkyl halide, we can get the 2 chance or 3 chance of alkenes. Okay, among these 2, among these 3, which one is the major product? Okay, he explained this concept. That's why this called Zaitsev product or Zaitsev rule for eliminations reactions. Okay, so what is Zaitsev rule? Greater the number of alkyl groups attached to the double bond, greater is the stability of alkene. Okay, that is alkene means that the conjugation, hyperconjugations takes place. Okay, here suppose the example for 2-bromopentane. Okay, because of pentane, all the carbon connected through the single bond and the bromo is present in that is second positions. Okay, here the location of alpha carbon atom, whenever the condition when the halogen atom attached to that particular carbon, it is a alpha, you considered that is alpha carbon atom, and the nearest carbon atom is beta carbon atom. Here you see, according to this Zaitsev rule, there are two beta carbons are present here. Okay, so there are two possibilities present. Okay, so this 2-bromobutane, pentane react alcoholic KOH. Okay, here what's happening? For removal of bromine from alpha carbon atom and removal of hydrogen from beta carbon atom. Here what's happening? Here you see that this beta carbon atom from hydrogen அப்படி remove பண்ணிரும். இது OH ஓட சேர்ந்து என்னதா போயிடுது? Dehydrogenation, that is H2O. Okay, and the removal of bromine from, that is removal of bromine from alpha carbon atom. This the KOH in presence of K that react KBr, it comes out in the form of alkyl bromide. Okay, sorry, KBr. Okay, so the resulting, listen, the hydrogen remove ஆகும்போது this bond shifted to here. Okay, to attain the double bond. So here you see CH3, CH2, then CH2, then here bromine is removed, so CH, the bond is shifted to here, it attains ene double bond and CH2 plus KBr plus H2O. This is for one possible, okay, possibility. Okay, that is pent 1-ene. Okay, at the same time this also one beta carbon atom. Now we can remove hydrogen from this beta carbon atom and the bromine. Okay, so this bond is shifted to here, this bond is shifted to here. Okay, listen, so what do you get? Listen, CH3 bond CH2 bond CH, because this hydrogen is removed and the dehydrogenation takes place, H2O. Okay, so bond is shifted to here, so alkene, it attains alkene double bond CH CH3. Okay, so there are two possibilities takes place because of two beta hydrogen atom. Okay, right. So among these two, which one is the major product? According to this Zaitsev rule, greater the number of alkyl groups attached to the double bond. You see, this is a double bond. Here the number of alkyl group is bigger. Okay, here you see that number of alkyl group is less. Okay, so the pent 1-ene is minor product, only 19% only possibilities. Here the pent 2-ene, because of the alkene substituted, okay, highly alkyl substituted present in the alkyl group, sorry, alkene. Okay, that is 81 major product. This is for your elimination reactions. Okay, so next one is reaction with metals. Okay, so reaction with magnesium. Many alkyl halides reacted with metals to produce organometallic compounds. Okay, so that organometallic compound is discovered by Victor Grignard. Here this alkyl halide is react with metal like magnesium in the presence of dry ether to produce alkyl magnesium halide. Okay, so this alkyl magnesium halide is known as Grignard reagent. Okay, so the reaction, it is very must, the reaction is presence of dry ether. Okay, you see this R and Mg, that is carbon magnesium, the bond that is a delta plus del, del plus del minus, this is partially covalent in nature, but magnesium and the halide, the bond nature is that is del plus del minus, that is ionic in nature. Okay, so it is a highly reactive. Okay, so this is for your example, bromoethane react with magnesium in the presence of dry ether to produce ethyl magnesium bromide. Okay, so the question is, why Grignard reagents should be prepared under anhydrous conditions? Anhydrous condition means to avoid moisture. Okay, because of whenever the Grignard reagents, that is the alkyl magnesium halide, it's nothing but Grignard reagents, react with water to produce alkane. Okay, this RH bond, it represents that is alkane. Okay, and the byproduct also formed. Because of the Grignard reagent is hydrolyzed in the presence of water to produce alkane, therefore water should not be present in the preparation of Grignard reagent. It is a highly reactive, so it react with any other source like water, alcohol, immediately it produce alkanes. Okay, so avoid necessary to avoid even traces of moisture from Grignard reagents. Okay, so that only the reactions takes place in the presence of dry ether. Okay, ஸோ கிரிக்னாட் ரியேஜென்ட் வந்து ஈஸியாக வந்து வாட்டர் ஆல்கஹால் கூட ரியாக்ட் பண்ணி நமக்கு அல்கேன் கொடுக்கு. அந்த கிரிக்னாட் ரியேஜென்ட் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணும்போது என்ன இருக்கக்கூடாது, நமக்கு மாய்ஸ்சரைஸ் கண்டிஷன் இருக்கக்கூடாது. ஸோ தட் இஸ் அன்ஹைட்ரஸ் கண்டிஷன்ஸ். ஓகே, அவாய்ட் அன்ஹைட்ரஸ் தட். Okay, so next one is Wood's reaction. Okay, Wood's reaction is nothing but that is 2 moles of alkyl halide react with sodium metal in the presence of dry ether to form hydrocarbon, doubly carbon atoms, that is carbon carbon. Hydrocarbon means carbon carbon. Okay, plus 2NaX. Alkyl halide react with sodium in dry ether to give hydrocarbons containing double in the number of carbon atoms present in the halide. Okay, so it is known as Wood's reaction. Okay, so that is, students, you keep it in your mind. Differentiate between the elimination reactions. Before we studied elimination reactions. Okay, so elimination reactions and nucleophilic substitution reactions. How did you find this one is the elimination, this one is the nucleophilic reactions? Suppose whenever the alkyl halide react with alcoholic KOH, that reaction, that is a elimination reactions. Elimination reaction means the product is alkene. Okay, so whenever alkyl halide is reactive with aqueous KOH or aqueous, the OH means nucleophile, no? So that is nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay, so do not be confused. Okay, this is a Wood's reactions and the Grignard reagents. Okay.